Reports are circulating once again about the true nature of reality talent competitions, and at the center of this conversation is a name that has become synonymous with the one that got away. In 2018, a 14-year-old girl named Lucy Thomas walked onto the set of The Voice Kids UK, but she didn't just sing, she stopped time. Her rendition of Moon River wasn't just a performance, it was a technical anomaly. Observers noted that her vocal placement and emotional resonance were statistically impossible for a young teenager. However, as the competition neared its end, the narrative took a turn that left fans and industry insiders questioning the validity of these shows. Lucy didn't win, in a move that many viewers claimed felt like a rigged outcome to favor a more pop commercial winner. Lucy was sent home, but here is where the story turns into a mystery. Inside sources suggest that while the cameras were capturing the heartbreak of her exit, major players were already meeting behind closed doors. The public saw a young girl losing a trophy, but the industry saw a gold mine that didn't need a TV title to succeed. This raised a shocking question that continues to trend today. Are these shows designed to discover talent, or are they simply a storefront for labels to scout artists they've already decided to sign? Lucy's departure wasn't the end of her career. It was a strategic exit from a system she had already outgrown. But the real shocker wasn't her exit from the show. It was the secret contract that was signed before she even left the building. While most reality show contestants fade into obscurity within 6 months, Lucy Thomas began a digital ascent that has left major labels scrambling for answers. Shortly after her television appearance, she signed with Cavendish Records, a small, independent label that seemingly appeared out of nowhere to back her. Skeptics initially wondered if this was a vanity project, but the numbers tell a different story. Without the backing of a global conglomerate like Sony or Universal, Lucy began releasing covers that didn't just go viral, they dominated the algorithm. Her version of Hallelujah has surpassed 60 million views, a figure that dwarfs many mainstream artists with 10 times her marketing budget. This fueled speculation about a hidden hand in her success. How does a girl from a small town in Wigan achieve hundreds of millions of streams without a single radio hit? Investigative fans have pointed to a specialized digital strategy that targeted an untapped audience, the millions of listeners tired of auto-tune and looking for vocal purity. However, this success brought its own set of controversies. Rumors surfaced regarding view botting and artificial inflation, though no evidence ever materialized. Instead, what experts found was even more surprising. Lucy had accidentally discovered a loophole in the music industry. She proved that if the talent is undeniable, the gatekeepers are irrelevant. Yet, as her fame grew, so did the whispers about what this sudden, massive exposure was doing to a teenager who was still finishing her school exams. The fame was blinding, but behind the scenes, a different kind of storm was beginning to brew. The world of high-stakes entertainment, there is a recurring theme that we've seen play out with devastating consequences: the perfection trap. Lucy Thomas was marketed as the ultimate pure talent, always poised, always flawless, and always singing songs of hope and beauty. But as we moved into 2024 and 2025, the narrative shifted. In a series of recent insights, it was revealed that the pressure to maintain this angelic persona led to significant personal struggles. Sources close to the singer suggest she faced internal battles that she was forced to hide to protect her brand. In the music industry, accusations surfaced that her management was pushing her too hard, releasing an album every single year to capitalize on her growing YouTube audience. The toll on her mental health became a topic of quiet concern among her most dedicated followers. There were moments where she vanished from social media, leading to speculation that she was dealing with a severe burnout or worse. To stay compliant with the rigorous demands of her career, Lucy had to navigate the transition from a child to a woman while the whole world watched for a single mistake. This hidden struggle is the dark side of the YouTube automation era, where the artist becomes a content machine, and the human being behind the voice is often left behind in the pursuit of the next viral hit. She was at a breaking point, and her next move would either save her career or end it entirely. The most dangerous moment for any viral star is the transition from singing other people's songs to releasing their own. Historically, cover artists have a 90% failure rate when they try to go original. For Lucy, the risk was astronomical. Her audience was built on the nostalgia of Broadway and the classics. Would they accept the real Lucy? When she released original tracks like Don't Walk Away, the industry held its breath. The initial reaction was a mix of praise and confusion. Some fans felt the magic was gone without the familiar melodies of The Greatest Showman or Les Miserables. Speculation grew that Lucy was losing her vocal identity in an attempt to sound more like a modern pop star. This period was marked by a visible shift in her style and presentation, leading to clashes in the comment sections between those who wanted the old Lucy and those who supported her evolution. But the numbers didn't lie. While the growth slowed momentarily, her core audience remained loyal, proving that the brand of Lucy Thomas was now bigger than the songs she was singing. She was no longer just a YouTube girl. She was becoming a songwriter. However, the path to mainstream radio success remains a hurdle that even her massive digital following hasn't fully cleared yet. Just as she was finding her own voice, a massive opportunity in London would change everything. The West End and beyond. In late 2024, Lucy made a move that silenced her critics and solidified her status as a legitimate force in the performing arts. She made her debut in Rosie the Musical, a move that many saw as her audition for the world's biggest stages. Transitioning from a controlled studio environment to the unpredictable nature of live theater is a career killer for many digital stars, but Lucy thrived. Reports from the production suggested that her discipline was unmatched, likely a result of the years she spent under the intense scrutiny of her YouTube fans. This success has led to a massive surge in demand for her 2026 European tour, which is already being touted as one of the most anticipated events for classical crossover fans. But with this new level of fame comes a new level of security concerns and rumors about her private life. As she enters her 20s, the public's obsession with her personal relationships has intensified, yet she remains one of the most private stars in the world. This mystery is part of her allure. While other influencers are exposed daily for their lifestyle choices, Lucy maintains a wall of professional silence that is almost unheard of in the modern era. She is arguably the most successful, unknown star in the world, but the biggest revelation is yet to come. As we look at the trajectory of Lucy Thomas, we aren't just looking at a singer, we're looking at a blueprint for the future of the entertainment industry. She is the living proof that the old gatekeepers of music have lost their power. You don't need to win The Voice, you don't need a major label, and you don't need to be involved in scandals to reach the top. However, her story also serves as a warning about the immense pressure placed on young talents in the digital age. The shocking truth isn't a scandal or a secret. It's the fact that in a world of disposable content, a pure voice can still build an empire. As she prepares for her 2026 global takeover, we are forced to ask, will the industry learn from her success, or will they continue to ignore the Lucy Thomases of the world until it's too late? She has redefined what it means to be a prodigy, and as she continues to evolve, the world will be watching to see if she can maintain her integrity in an industry that often demands the opposite. One thing is certain. The girl with the voice beyond her age is now a woman with the world at her feet.